said I'd probably explode. I would probably explode if I get to become the undisputed world heavyweight champion. That's Daniel Dubois talked about, the rematch with Alexander Usyk that... it's on the minds of everybody. It's in faraway July, but everybody's already talking about it. He's set to try to become the undisputed world heavyweight champion at London's Wembley Stadium. That's on the 19th of July. Usyk versus Dubois. This is the second time they'll be meeting. It will take place in Wembley, and that's 691 days after their first duel. Yes, and that saw Dubois come very close to beating the Ukrainian with. But then he lost by a technical knockout, in the end. Alexander Usyk is chasing undisputed glory once again when he faces Daniel Dubois in a blockbuster rematch that will be happening in July at Wembley Stadium. And the bout, it's now officially confirmed, by promoters. It will be broadcast globally. It's a very big deal. Usyk is currently the holder of the WBA, the WBC, and the WBO heavyweight titles. So he will take on IBF champion Dubois in front of the Londoners' home crowd. We don't know how it's going to be, but I am very sure that Dubois will have the backing of Wembley faithfuls. But then the odd makers, the punchers, they don't really like his chances. They feel he's going into that bout. It's not they feel, they know that he's going into that bout as the underdog. Yes, definitely. He's going into that bout as the underdog. So the odds are really not in his favor. But can we hear from the board this morning? Why not? I think we can do that. Maybe just for a few seconds. You can get to feel the pulse of, Daniel Dubois. He's the holder of the IBF title, and he wants to unify everything and become the undisputed heavyweight champion when he beats Usyk and, get to collect 3 of his titles. But can he beat him? Let's hear from Dubois briefly.
If on the night, the MC says, and the new.
Yeah.
How would it feel if on the night, the MC says, and the new?
Yeah.
If I get that clearly, I will get to hear it. You will get to hear it. You hear where he got to say that he'd probably explode if the MC ever says he'll become the undisputed, heavyweight champion, because there's no feeling in the world that will compare to that, for Dubois. Yes, that's what he said. Okay, I think we can try that again. But there's nobody that would not have that feeling in the world. It's Usyk we are talking about.
And the new.
Yeah.
Undisputed.
When the MC says that undisputed champion of the world,
Daniel Dubois.
The words won't be able to. I'll probably explode.
Yes, that's what I wanted you to hear. He said he'll probably explode if the MC announces that the undisputed world heavyweight champion is Daniel Dubois. Okay, so we'll leave boxing and get into, so from weightlifting to boxing, let's do some football stories, shall we? Rudiger has been giving a 6-match ban for throwing, objects at the referee. Yes, the Real Madrid defender Antonio Rudiger. He has been given a 6-match ban for throwing an object at the referee during their Copa del Rey final loss. You remember to Barcelona, Rudiger and Real Madrid teammate Lucas Vazquez, who had both being substituted, were shown straight red cards in Seville for angrily reacting to a foul given against Kylian Mbappe shortly before the final whistle was blown. And referee Ricardo the Burgos, of course, his drama with Real Madrid. He said in his report that centre-back Rudiger, who said it too, was dismissed for throwing an object from the technical area. But he added, which missed me. Referee said, yes, he threw object, but that the object missed him. So I'm thinking maybe that's why Rudiger even got a 6-match ban. Now, the report by the Spanish Football Federation external said the Germany defender is being given a 6-game suspension for minor violence against the referee. And they also revoked the red card given to Real Madrid midfielder Jude Bellingham for dissent after the final whistle. Okay, so that's how it goes. Now, but the thing is, all 6 games of Rudiger's suspension will be served in league matches, meaning that it will extend until the start of next season. He will be banned for the final 5 games in La Liga this campaign and for the opening game of the 2025-2026 season. But I don't think Rudiger, he will. In fact, he's unlikely to be hugely impacted or even affected by this ban because right now he is out of play after undergoing knee surgery. It was yesterday, yes, on Tuesday, which is likely to rule him out for the rest of the season. And Vasquez, his own suspension is for 2 games. Both of them will be served in Copa del Rey next week. So next season, once the Copa del Rey starts, Vasquez will serve a 2-match ban. And so that's it for Real Madrid and Rudiger. So let's get to hear from you. The Emirates yesterday finished 1-0 in favor of PSG. The 4th-minute goal that was scored by Ousmane Dembele. That was what made all the difference. Yes, that was what made all the difference in that game for PSG. But then going into the second leg in Paris next week, can Arsenal do? Can they pull off a Remontanda? That's a Spanish word that is used for when we are saying come back to make a comeback. Okay, can Arsenal pull off a comeback in Paris? And then of course Barcelona versus Inter is happening tonight. That game is a big deal. I don't even know why I have a feeling that game might give us, more excitement than what we saw in the Champions League game yesterday between Arsenal and PSG. Barcelona, they've not won the Champions League title in 10 years. Oh, yes. The last time they won the Champions League title was in 2015. So they've waited. Oh, my God. They've waited for so long. And then I want to talk about Inter Milan 2010. That was... the good old days of the special one, Jose Mourinho. Okay, so both teams really have motivation going into these semi-final. I don't know what will happen today. Let's start from today. Your prediction for Barcelona versus Inter Milan. The forwards, Barcelona also have, they've been in better form. Inter Milan have lost their last 3 matches. Not looking good, right? They've lost their last 3 matches. In those 3 matches, they didn't even get a goal. They weren't able to keep a clean sheet. They also didn't score a goal. And they're not stopping, Serie A anymore. Napoli stopping. Barcelona, they're topping La Liga. And in the last 5 matches, they've won 5, drawing only 1. The odds are looking like they're in the favor of Barcelona. But let's hear from somebody this morning. Good morning. Welcome to Sports Drive. Yes. Yes, talk to us in 30 seconds. Let's hear you.
I have a lot of work to do in second leg.
Okay.
They missed their chance yesterday. If you watch that ball in that first half, PSG overpower Arsenal. But in the second half, PSG does not have the power again. That's where opportunity could came for Arsenal. But they miss it. Look at Martinelli. Imagine Messi or Ronaldo with that ball.
Can Arsenal come back next week in Paris?
You said?
Can Arsenal make a comeback next week in France?
They can make it, but they need a lot of work to do.
All right, thank you very much. Yes, indeed. We might want to stick straight to an answer that is very short so that we can take maybe 2 more calls. Let's go this beautiful morning. On WhatsApp, someone says, good morning. My name is Momo from Daupe, Chelsea last one. Yesterday, PSG gave me a lot of joy. We have watched the ball. Arsenal fans were quiet. They no great talk. They think say PSG that Real Madrid. And he said, I hope we'll get you mad to watch the game when she said that Arsenal will beat PSG. And he says Inter Milan to beat Barcelona. So he says Inter Milan all the way. I just read this one from our WhatsApp portal. Can we have another 30 seconds on the phone lines? Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Kachi Okaf.
Let's go. Good morning. Your name?
My name is Mustafa Jamukwan from Dakwa.
A quick one. Go on.
Madrid.
Okay.
Arsenal has come for you. For you to move on, also not going to reach the final.
Oh, okay.
I was just looking at they think, okay, PSG is Madrid. Over PSG, who would have faced PSG says I'll be afraid. Because PSG, Ousmane Dembele, after you will see Shaggy.
All right, thank you very much. Speaking about Dembele, he picked up a knock yesterday and he was substituted, at some point in the game. He picked up a knock, much later in the second half. What I do not know is, how long he will be out. I'm trying to figure out exactly when he was. He was in the 70th minute, Dembele. He was substituted. You can continue the conversation on Facebook at Nigeria Info Abuja. Like I said, we went live on YouTube. It's the same at Nigeria Info Abuja. Good morning, Kachi. Reference second leg PSG versus Arsenal. Yes, it's football. Anything can happen. Arsenal can stage a comeback. We Gunners will keep hope alive. This coming from the Holy Sam, and he's in Kado. Thank you. The best. Okay. Okay. I don't know. What I know is that Arsenal is out because for the fact that they can't score at home, it means they can withstand away pressure. Okay, that's another point there. Olalaye Babalola from Katambe, I appreciate you. Thank you, everybody. Tonight we'll still come alive. From 7 p.m. on Football Frenzy, and then once it's around 7:45, our Champions League studios will open, and then from 8 p.m. we are straight into all the action that will be happening between Barcelona and of course the team Inter Milan. Barcelona serving us a home game first. They'll be at the Estadio Olympique Louis Companies. Yes, that's where they're playing because of the renovation that's going on at the Nou Camp. Thank you, everybody. It's been a delight. Keep your dial locked on 95.1. Yes, because from here on, we'll be moving into what's happening Abuja. Kachi for is my name, the Queen of Sports. Good morning, Abuja. Boom, jagalagalaka.
Live on Top Go TV channel 23.